Unfortunately for many of us here in the United States of America, we have this epidemic of dumb fuckery running amok through our society. They're easily spotted with the red hats or the MAGA T-shirts, and they are convinced that someday in the very near future they are no longer going to have to pay income tax because Donald Trump's tariffs are going to replace income tax for how we fund that portion of the federal government. And I could sit here and go on and on and on and on and on about how fucking stupid that is and how that's never going to fucking happen. But my friend, just north of the border, Joe, does a much better job of this. So, Joe, take it away.
Can tariffs and a consumption tax replace income tax? The quick answer is no. You want more than that? Fine. Get a pen. I'll get my notepad. Let's go. I'm going to break this down into problems and solutions. Are you ready? Because the first problem is people don't understand what a tariff is. Did you got a pencil? A tariff is an import tax paid for by the importing company on the product they are importing. Are you with me so far? It is not paid by the exporting manufacturing company. It is paid by the company importing the product to the country. Now, I should have said that slower. As the product is imported into the country, let's say, I don't know, the United States, okay, there's two groups of people that are going to pay for it. I'm going to give you both, and it'll be a multiple choice to find out who you think's going to do this. It's like the easiest question I've ever asked in my entire life that most people are still going to get wrong. Is it A, corporations, or B, consumers? You got a 50-50 shot, guys. Take it a guess. If you said B, consumers, you are right. Get a gold star. If you said corporations, you're absolutely delusional. If you said A, I consider maybe you go back to school for a little bit. I'd start grade 5-ish. Now, since the consumer is going to pay this tariff, it is a tax. It just looks different. It's in a different package delivered to your house, trying to mess with your head, guys. It's almost as though they've been convinced that other countries pay the tariffs. Now, there are two goals of tariffs. This part is really, really important, so I need you, as the kids say, to lock in. Number one, revenue. Brings in billions and billions of dollars. That part's true. You're paying for it. But it does bring lots and lots of money to the government. And number two, it's to bring back jobs to the United States, right? So if you're having to pay a tariff on something coming in the United States, the manufacturers want to make stuff in the U.S. so they don't have to pay the tariff. Okay, that makes sense. However, always get lost on the howevers. Keep it locked in. If tariffs work to bring back jobs to the the manufacturing jobs back to the United States, which is a huge if because it's going to be so incredibly expensive, I have a problem. When all these jobs get brought back to the United States, revenue will plummet. How can you rely on a tax base that once you're successful, your revenue, your taxes to fund everything in the United States goes away? I guess most of them were hoping they just won't be around anymore. It'll be their kids' problem, kind of like the environment. To mitigate this loss of revenue, the administration has also floated the idea of a consumption tax, a 30% tax on everything you buy. Want to know whose shoulders that's going to rest on? Well, it's not going to be the elite, folks. I wonder what happens when you add 30% to the already overinflated housing market. Oh, I know, the average person can never ever buy a house. Now, in order to sell this asinine plan to the mass population, the current administration has now offered and cited they are going to send dividends back to people making under $150,000, a $2,000 yearly dividend, so they understand that you're a part of the solution too. We're all winning. However, I almost hate saying the word however. My apologies, I have to do a little bit of math here. I know, it's not for the faint of heart. Here we go. However, the consumption tax plus the inflation rate because of tariffs that's going to be attached to all products coming in the United States is well beyond the $2,000 check you're going to get back and spend on what? It's almost as though they can't see the forest for the trees. Well, trees don't have eyes, so. However, the bottom line of this is very, well, Shakespearean. All the world's a play. This is theater. It's political theater at its finest, with villains and desperate attempts to overcome and empower and make you think, the average person, that they are fighting for you all the while with their hand in your pocket and control over your lives. So, once you've taken all the notes and you want to review them, I have no problems running a test, but I'm going to tell you something. You're being tested right now, United States of America, and let's be honest, you're not doing